Welcome to another update of our big transformation of this home in San Clemente. Scott, let's fill in the viewers on what you and the crew have been up to.
Okay, well, it's not me, it's the crews. Okay, let's start there.
Well, you are directing them all the time.
I am.
You spend hours here every day.
I spend hours here every day. That's absolutely true. So there's a lot to talk about. This is in the master. We've got a lot of electrical is in. I'll show you more around the house. This is preparing for ceiling fans and can lights and stuff. We've got HVAC in, or ductwork, for the hot and cold air. This is a flat riser that we're burying in the wall and hiding in the wall. This house is extremely difficult for HVAC because we've got no attic. Normally you run these ducts around in the attic and you can run them anywhere and drop them down where you want in the room. But because we have no attic, we have this flat roof, and we have these joists and beams everywhere, which you're not allowed to just punch and penetrate. We have to find and create ways that we can run the ducting. So I'll show you more, but this is where it comes up in the master. We'll have a vent here over the door. And this is going to be the only vent because of
the restrictions.
Because of all the restrictions. Yep.
Wait, is this the original ceiling?
This is the original ceiling, yes.
So we're keeping that?
Yes.
And then it's going to be drywalled below it?
Yes.
So before it was all exposed like this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're drywalling it.
Okay.
Yes. This is the bed wall looking out at Dana Point. The elevator's here, covered by plywood. They've spent a lot of time fine-tuning the elevator shaft to make sure that it's just perfectly dead vertical, dead square, so the elevator can go up and down where it's supposed to. So that's been a lot of fine-tuning. This is the master bathroom. We've built extra walls. We built this wall here because we're going to have recessed medicine cabinet in the wall, and that'll be lighted. What else? We've got more ducting here. We built another wall here so that we could bring the duct out and up and over. So it's all to hide the ducting. In here, to get there, they had to build this flat duct up here and turn it there and go in. So there's just a lot of trickery to make it happen. They built this. This is a furnace closet, so the furnace is going to go in here. There's some more flat ducts that are going to receive the air and pump it out to this level of the house. So
when you say the furnace, is this the only furnace in the house?
No, it's not.
How many are there going to be? Is there one for each floor? 4
in the main house and 1 in the apartment.
All separate systems?
All separate systems.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is actually really nice if you want to control different zones for different temperatures.
Right, right. Here's the back of an electrical panel, a sub panel that's going in. You can see all of the wiring that's running to it. And you'll see a lot more wiring when we go down in the house.
What's the significance of the different colors of wires? I see white and yellow and orange.
It's different sizes. So this is 14 gauge wire, which is for lights and occasionally plugs if they're not perceived to be very heavy duty. Yellow is 12 gauge wire, which is for more plugs and things that are going to get a bigger load, like dishwashers or whatever. And then orange is 10 gauge wire. That's for more electrical demand still.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Moving on, we'll try and hustle. Here's the exhaust duct for the dryer. So washer dryer goes here, and that'll go up and out. We did put the roof on. We've still got plastic covered over the deck because it's still raining and we haven't waterproofed that yet, but we did put the final roof on the upper ceiling, which is awesome. Now the house is much more dry.
It got really wet and really soaked, which created a beam to sag. We should go look at that.
A what?
The beam that sagged.
Okay. Be careful here, guys. So now we're on the main floor of the house. We probably showed you last time, but we built a roof over the entry. We've had a water coming into the house still, so we've got to do more digging and more waterproofing to keep water out of the house. We're going to be rebuilding the entry deck here. That's what those bolts and things are for, to hold wood. We've been doing a lot of electrical. There's just a lot of electrical wires and light locations and fans
Why
and
would
stuff.
you have so many wires coming out of one?
That's a smoke detector, and it's interconnected to other smoke detectors, so that if one smoke detector goes off in the house, they all go off.
Oh, I hate
We're going to
that.
have to actually move this. I don't like its location. We're going to move it over there because it's just kind of too in the middle.
Yeah.
Too visible. One thing that is of interest is all this HVAC duct in here. So this is two services from the furnace closet above. We go down, and we built this soffit around here to hide all of this, and we run over and then come up those other flat risers in the wall that we looked at earlier. So that's that. And then all of this big round flexible duct that you see, that's for servicing this floor. We're going to have the furnace system up in the vaulted space of the pantry over there. And then it's going to shoot air down this backbone duct. And then like there's going to be a vent here that supplies air, and a vent there, and it gets smaller and smaller as it's shooting air off into the house.
Yeah, so I can see 3 different exit points where we'll have vents, and then it will come out here.
That's for this room, and then there's going to be 2 along the bottom of this soffit also.
Okay.
And we're planning on doing linear vents, which are more modern. And
how long are they?
4 feet.
4 feet long.
Yeah.
They look like little skinny slits in the wall, and when we put them in a flip before, people said, "Oh, are those screens that drop down out of this thing?" I'm like, "No, they're air vents." So yeah. They may look like that.
So one thing that happened is, which you said to mention, the original design had a post here, and the post supported this beam and that beam and all of that roof, and it came down here. But Holly spotted that we should get rid of that and have the door opening all the way to here, which we did. But now you have all this load that used to want to come down here, straight on the wall, comes down over here on the end of a beam that has no support at the end. So we're going to be adding this beam in here. We're going to be dropping it into the floor to double up the beam down below. We're going to bolt them together, and it'll give it a lot more strength.
And this one you said got wet and is already sagging, right?
This one had already sagged 3/4 of an inch. So when we go down below, you'll see that we jacked it up. It's temporarily supported until we can add this and a piece of metal in order to really beef that up.
Okay.
Yep. Over here in this office, you can see we've got a little mini system in here. This is a little mini furnace air conditioner system. This is because of the challenges of running ducts all over the place. This floor gets 2 systems actually. The one main one that we just saw with the backbone that runs down and gives air to all of that space. And then this little one is going to come out and have a vent here to heat and cool this room. It also goes here. We've got this flat duct that goes and gets it into that bathroom. And it also runs over and gives a little hot and cold air to the entry, the foyer.
Is that what you call a pancake unit?
This is a pancake unit, yes. And we put insulation, you can see the insulation and drywall behind the wall and ceiling because it's easier to do before we hang this. It would be impossible to do after we hang it. So we did that first, and then they could hang the unit. So we've got to do that same operation in the pantry.
Okay. Where do the pancakes come out?
They don't. They're in the kitchen. That's kind of about it on this floor, at least for big things. We did move the wall of the pantry. We redesigned the kitchen. We moved the wall of the pantry 2 feet this way. We reconfigured the island, and so now the pantry is 2 feet bigger, which is really, really nice actually. So I think the kitchen and pantry design is much better. We're arm wrestling about whether we should put a sink and dishwasher in the pantry or not.
Or if 2 sinks and dishwashers are already enough. maybe you guys can comment below. Let me know if you think we should add a third sink and third dishwasher, or if 2 is enough. So that's all we have time for today. So we'll have to show the next level on next week's update.
Okay.
So thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.